Lukashenko, Russian annexation of Belarus means war.
This post received a score of 5,200, with an upvote ratio of 96%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Plot twist: Putin orders NK troops to annex parts of Belarus in the coming weeks.
Don't forget he proposed merging Belarus and Russia in the 1990s with a plan to replace Yeltsin until Putin took his job. That said, he isn't going to give Belarus up freely to Putin because he's an opportunist, not an idiot.
Most definitely, Lukashenko wanted to make a personal union that put Russia under Belarus, or more realistically, whatever country he could get his hands on would be on top. Now that he's his own sovereign, he's only going to mollify Putin while dragging his feet on any real unification efforts.
Yup. He's a skilled demagogue who just paints himself as some idiot so Russians and NATO don't see him as a real threat. But he is no pushover and would react to any invasion by Putin. His act has worked for 20+ years.
Lukashenko has reigned longer than Putin. People often forget that.
True, but only because Putin helped him.
This is very clearly a false flag kinda deal, with the intent of making Belarus seem an independent country, and not a blatant Russian puppet state. Nothing to see here, just bluster.
It is just politics, IMHO. Luka needed Putin in the past to suppress internal turmoil. Putin would like Belarus to get involved and need cannon fodder. Luka can't comply, the little Belarusian army and the people would finally revolt. Luka is getting nervous that Putin could decide to just grab Belarus. That would be a very easy win for him and boost Putin's prestige in Russia. Therefore, Luka is fishing for international support, in the hope to seed the idea that Belarus annexation would not be easy peasy, but rather a clusterfuck like Ukraine's. All this is speculation, but what is sure is,
surprisingly, he didn't send any troops to Ukraine since the start of the war in Ukraine.
It's not a surprise, Belarusians hate Russia nearly the same as Ukrainians. If you give them weapons, they'll jump sides immediately. Lukashenko has only a small group maintaining control. It's a completely different situation than the overwhelming support Putin has in Russia. Most Ukrainians I know honestly hoped Belarus might revolt again and join the war on the side of Ukraine early on. That didn't happen, but the majority of sabotage of Russian weapons happened within Belarusian borders.
Belarusian partisans actively sabotaged the railroads in Belarus to hinder Russian supply lines at the start of the war.
A few hours later, Lukashenko commits suicide by shooting in his head from behind 3 times while throwing himself off of a plane that self-destructed in mid-air.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.